Okay, Libra, let's do your love reading for August 6th through the 8th. I just did a Celtic cross for you guys, looking mostly at just you and maybe your response to the environment or some energy around you, but I focused mostly on you. I wanted to do a love reading for those of you in union with a person or talking to a person or dealing with them. I'm picking up on some different energy here than I did in the Celtic cross. So don't get confused between the two. Whichever one resonates with you was the message meant for you. This is a general reading, it's not a personal reading, so it's not going to resonate with everyone that watches. It will resonate with whomever's storyline and energy and vibration I'm picking up on today, and for whomever needs to hear it the most. If you would like a message to be personal just for you, book a private reading with me. The link to my website is in the description below. Okay, let's get into it. This is kind of interesting. I want to start with the advice from your angels. This is definitely about a romantic relationship. The cards that came out for you were trust, romance, and it's up to you. Your guides are saying the situation is calling for you to have trust, but trust yourself first and foremost, because this is a person being divinely guided. In this deck, it's Christ, it's Jesus, but not all of you are Christian. That's okay. It's like this is your soul, this is your conscience, this is the Holy Spirit, and this is, the angel of the divine. They're saying trust yourself in this situation first and foremost. This situation might be calling for you to have trust, but always start with yourself. Romance is on the table here, but your guides are saying it's up to you, and be assertive is at the bottom of the deck. And I think that you are being assertive because the Queen of Swords came out. Yeah, be assertive. No need to worry. You really don't need to be that worried. No, if you believe. Okay, so I think, no didn't come out, but they're saying basically it's up to you. I use the Super Future Fortune Awesome deck just to get a little bit more information about how your guides are seeing you in this situation and how they're seeing this person. The cards that came out for them are happiness and the snake. So the snake doesn't necessarily mean this person's a snake. It means there's a lot of temptation for this person. This person, I use these cards and I ask Spirit, tell me about this person in this situation. They are an easily tempted person. They also very much like instant gratification. The card of happiness is about getting what you want in the moment, and it feels really good. But look at this poor little monkey here. Like, he's the present this kid just opened that he's no longer interested in. So the happiness card is like the Nine of Cups. It's like an instant gratification. The advice when this card comes out is something might be really making you happy in the moment, but you need to ask yourself if that happiness is sustainable. This person likes to feel this way. We all do, right? But this person is an easily tempted person. You're getting interesting cards, the house and the handshake. So, and I have justice here. So, for a few of you, this is about something going down in a court of law over a property, and you have to shake hands and agree to something with this person. Okay, but the house is about stability. The house is also about receiving a visitor. It's so weird in this deck. Look at this creepy little alien in there. So for some of you, if their advice is, I think Libra wants this person to come to them. They're not going to go to this person. Some of you want the house and you'll shake on it and have a fair deal. Or I think you'd be willing to let this person come to you and there would be a handshake on it, and that's about it. The handshake is usually about, if it's a business dealing or anything to do with real estate or property or whatever, this is a good omen for you, Libra. This is about like closing a deal of some kind with yourself, either in the 3D or emotionally, even. The handshake is about like when you meet someone new, it's just an okay date. You don't see something romantic happening about it, but in the situation, but for you, I think it's about closing a deal with yourself emotionally and knowing that you want a good firm foundation. And I think you're just sort of getting to a place emotionally with this person where you're kind of seeing the situation for what it really is, and you're being very logical and matter of fact about it. And that's what they want you to see about it. I think that's more of advice. So the first cards that came out for you, Libra, were Death and the Four of Cups. So you see yourself as Death and the Four of Cups. Some of you have Scorpio in your chart. I have two cards of Scorpio, or you might be dealing with a Scorpio where honestly, I think you're kind of giving this person a bit of an ultimatum with Death and the Tower and the Queen of Swords here. I think you really see yourself as needing to go through a transformation. Something needs to die so something new can grow in the place of what dies. And I think that's been difficult for you to do that because the Four of Cups is just about one of the most difficult feelings to have. It's a constant emotional reevaluation and an apathy where we don't do anything. We refuse an offer, but we don't pick up those three cups in front of us either. So you're like, look, this has to end. This has to change. Life is passing me by. The way you feel about this person, Queen of Swords to the Tower. You're like, I will blow this shit apart. Okay. I also heard when I first saw this, someone going, you're a dumpster fire. Look at the Queen of Swords. She's like, what is this shit? What the hell? What have I done? Or you're like, look, everything needs to change. Everything needs to change. The tower can be a house, it can be a tower. The tower can be a home, a property, even. And I see you being very direct, wanting to come up with a solution. You're like, I am willing to tear this apart. I've been sitting in emotional apathy for so long. I really do want the transformation. Here's the thing, though. The tower is rip the band-aid off quick, and death is slow. So on the surface, you're seeing yourself as going through a change that's slow and this constant apathetic emotional reevaluation, and your feelings are almost like, I feel like spirit is getting into your heart chakra saying, come on, come up with a good solution here. You really need to tear this all down quickly and have some sudden realizations and see things for what they really are for yourself. Some of you have been dealing with an air sign as well. Like for my masculines that have been dealing with a feminine, maybe she was a bitch and you just had to blow it all apart. But it was a slow, hard process for you, but you did it or whatever. You're thinking about it, or you either recently have or you will. The action you're taking towards this person, Knight of Swords to the King of Pentacles. The Knight of Swords suggests a restlessness. You're very driven. You're going to go out on a limb and take a risk. I think you quickly want to move to a place of stability. Some of you are dealing with an earth sign, the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, masculine energy, a married man, a businessman, a grounded person. I think you quickly want to get into a very grounded energy. You might be very harsh and very direct with this person about what kind of a relationship you want and what you want, which is wealth, leadership, security, discipline, abundance. You might even be feeling a little stubborn. It's weird. These are very opposing energies. The Knight of Swords will just run in with tunnel vision towards something, and the Knight of Pentacles is full mastery. So, of the suit of pentacles. So I think that you guys want to quickly move towards something very grounded and stable within yourself. You might be making it very clear to a person that you really want something grounded and stable. Like you've done a lot of work on yourself here. You're very ambitious at this point, I think, to be successful and happy in your life. The King of Pentacles doesn't look very happy here. He looks a little stubborn, actually, but even like a little bit of a stick in the mud. But I see you being very aggressive towards your goals when I see these cards. The way you really feel about this situation, I don't think you know entirely how you feel. I think it's like, look, with the Magician and the Wheel of Fortune here, you know you have to take action. You're like, I manifest my own destiny here. I'm not entirely sure how I feel or what to do. And I just know that I have to be the single catalyst for change. Some of you have been dealing with a Virgo or a Sag or an Aries. And you've been like, what do I do? What do I do? And you know, at this point, you have to make some kind of a change. There have been a lot of ups and downs. Your feelings have been ever changing. But moving forward, this magician's looking right at the wheel and he's looking right at the Queen of Swords. Like, we manifest our own destiny. I know you don't know what to do, but come up with a solution and quickly do it with this Knight of Swords and the Tower. And I get it. I like it. Your person's showing me some different energy. The ending blew my mind too, I got to tell you. They're showing me the way they see themselves is the Six of Swords to the Ace of Wands. So they do as well want to make a transition and leave the baggage behind, and they want to start something new. They might want to start something new with you or somebody else. They've made some kind of transition in their life, or they see themselves as doing that, is leaving baggage behind, moving slowly, similar to death, and they might want to reignite passion with you, and you're like, I don't know. This all blew up in my face, or it's about to. The way they feel about you is the Seven of Swords and the Page of Wands. So they are going to be very strategic with you. You could be dealing with a Gemini or a Sag. They're not going to be, they feel a little insecure about being honest about their feelings. And I do notice this Page of Wands is looking this way. This person is feeling antsy. They want excitement. They definitely don't want to be tied down or told what to do in this situation. So they might be moving away from you, but you seem to have some kind of an energetic tie. If they are talking to you, I think it's not out of love. I think it's out of wanting some excitement. The Page of Wands wants limitless potential. It wants to be inspired. And it's not, this person might feel insecure to be honest about how they feel. The way they see you or the action they're going to take towards you is the Three of Cups to the Nine of Swords. This person stresses out over spending time with you or stresses out about maybe a triangulation of some kind. They might be stressed out because you're looking at these three cups down here, and that might stress them out. Like they might be trying to move away from you, and then they sneak back in and say, wait a minute, I don't want Libra to move on. Or the idea of getting together with you for healing and happiness stresses them out. If there's been any juggling of any kind at all, like busyness, a lot going on, this person seems somewhat stressed out about socializing or just with you in general, which is weird. But I said, what do they really want? Temperance, Two of Cups to the Four of Pentacles. I was like, what? I think this person does feel a connection with you. I think they do not show it to you with Temperance and the Seven of Swords. And this little Knight of Wands does look rather aloof, and he will survey the land until he finds what excites him. They definitely hold back. They're holding back. They might be holding on and not letting something go, but they hold back with you. And Temperance tells me when I read all in the upright, I do have to consider the reversal meanings. This person might run really hot and cold. They might, within themselves, emotionally, one minute they want to hold back and they won't open their heart chakra. They want stability for themselves, but then the next minute they're pulled on their heartstrings towards you, and they could be connecting to a Sag instead of you or whatever, or they are Sag. Um, they're trying to determine the purpose of the relationship. So they might seek peace and calm because talking to you or any kind of group dynamic, or even if this Three of Cups is healing, seems to stress them out in some way. This person's doing a lot of duck and weave with the Four of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. Even with Temperance, she's got her back turned. The energy between the two of you is the Ten of Wands. So this has become a burden. This cycle has ended, is ending. And it's been hard work on somebody, one or the both of you, so close to completion. He's walking back towards that town up there, and he's carrying all of it on his shoulders. So the weight of the world has really been on your shoulders. Some of you have been moving, relocating. This could be a person who's hardworking. This could be a person working on a home, on a house, something like that. But that's what's between the two of you. The challenge, what are the challenges is the Knight of Wands and Justice. So the challenge is someone can't settle down. Someone just wants a lot of passion. And the challenge is sticking to the truth and weighing the cause and effect and justice being served and the truth being told and it balancing out. The challenge could be something happening in a court of law. And like I said, with those oracle cards, in particular, a handshake and an agreement has to be come to. For some of you, it's about relocation and a property. Of course, that's not true for all of you. It's simply justice does have to be served here. The truth needs to be told, and that's apparently a challenge, weighing the cause and effect. Justice is about having an independent mind. So that's just the challenge, okay? You stick to your truth, Libra. I think you kind of might be wanting to serve justice here, and then you might gallop off afterwards. But the challenge is, freeing yourself from this as well. Just letting it go and getting on that pony and riding. But I think the challenge is also somebody can't settle down with the Knight of Wands. There's a lot of passion. There's a lot of impulsivity. And justice is like, you can be impulsive all you goddamn want, but you will pay for that at some point. The final outcome? Knight of Cups, Nine of Cups, and the Fool. I could interpret this a couple different ways. So I think that's why your advice was it's up to you what you do. Here's that happiness card. Somebody might really come in like Romeo and really over romanticize it and say it's a wish come true. Let's start over. Let's start fresh. Let's start at the beginning. And that might feel like a wish come true to you, Libra. Or this person could just be a very young, idealistic, charming, romantic person that is very indulgent, that will just walk off and go do what they want somewhere else without a care in the world. But I would say let this be you. Have a beginner's mindset, leave the past behind, focus on being content and happy and satisfied right where you are, and don't give up on love yourself, but don't over romanticize anything. Yeah, because this could be leaving all this behind and starting a new cycle for you or for this person. I would just be careful of over romanticizing things and being indulgent, and thinking it's a wish come true at the very beginning. When you're the fool in a relationship, you have a beginner's mindset. You do not have a care in the world. You're unprepared. You're not at all ready for commitment. There's no way if something is a wish come true until you're a little further along in the journey. But definitely follow your dreams, manifest your destiny. I would just be careful that this person isn't coming back in and over romanticizing it, because someone's not really ready for commitment. And they're holding back on their feelings with you. And this is causing a lot of ups and downs for you. And you're thinking, can I really be the single catalyst for change in this situation? I think that you can. Of course you can. You just have to pick that magic wand up and make it happen and manifest. Even if you've only got two pennies to rub together, you can do it. I have the Four of Swords and the Devil. So someone's been kind of lazy, or things have been dormant, chained and bound to something, beginning to work on it. It's Judgment Day. Can we really have a long term, stable, successful relationship or ending? Something new coming in, a King of Cups. Someone's heartbroken here. It might be Judgment Day for this person, but someone's still dealing with their demons, or they've got a Capricorn in the mix. And there might be someone might really need to think about it a little bit longer. Like, can you really build and grow upon something with a lot of desire or insecurity or limitations or restrictions or obsession even? Because it's going to be Judgment Day about the ending and the stability moving forward. Yeah. Okay, Libra, that's your love message for the 6th through the 8th. I hope it resonates with you. And if it does resonate with you, I hope it gives you some insight and it helps you. Book a private reading with me if you would like to work with me personally. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Libra. Take care of yourselves. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.